30. Disturbing finds inside homes after evictions, according to Reddit. Number, let's call it 12. I am pulling from 3 lists here. I own a family or a 2-family house, so I rent out the other unit. One of my first tenants, let's call him Richard, was a young kid just out of college. He was a nice enough guy and we became friends. I have a decent sized backyard with a grill and a pool. Well, we spent the entire summer drinking and hanging out in the backyard. The fall comes, Richard gets it in his head that he wants to repaint his living room. Okay. Well, he asks me if it's okay, and I say sure. He says he will paint it himself if I buy the paint. I buy the paint he picked out, which is a nice neutral color. I'm kind of impressed that he had such good taste. He starts painting. About a week later, I get a call from Richard in the middle of the night. I was in bed with my wife sleeping. He says he's having problems with the paint and asked if I could come up to help. At that point, I thought he was done painting. It doesn't take a week to paint a room, what the fuck? I begrudgingly agree to go upstairs and help. I walk up the stairs and in the middle of the night, I hear music blaring from the apartment. The door to his apartment is open and I walk in. There's Richard. He's completely naked with an erect penis, a roller in hand, and dancing to Goodbye Horses. I noped the fuck out and told him to put some tarp down since he was getting paint on my hardwood floors. Well, that's one way to get the job done. That is one way to paint a room, boy howdy. Oh my god. Hello to everybody in the stream chat. Allow me to adjust the side here. I don't know if that's too big or not big enough, but I guess we'll know as time goes by. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. And we're gonna make some progress, okay? As we go up to number 11, glue huffer. I was putting veneer on cabinets with a respirator. She walked into the unit asking where it was. I thought the odor was too strong and apologized. She went right for the bucket and started taking deep breaths. My buddy and I both said no in what seemed to be in slow motion. It wasn't her first glue rodeo, so you can imagine how fried her brain already was / is. Oh my god, it triggered the thing in me. Like I couldn't handle it. My brain just needed a lot more air. I apologize. Ugh. Michael Davis says, is that a bit cup, Kyle? Well, baby, I guess there's only one way to find out, if you know what I'm talking about. Sleepyhead says, hello stream. Sleepyhead, I have not seen you in a very long time. The stream welcomes you back. Big Worm Kevin says, how's your toe, Kyle? Man, my toe was fine seconds after I injured myself, so to speak. To be honest, I just bent the nail like an idiot. Like an idiot. It's happened to the best of us. It's just a little bit worse than stubbing, because you stub your toe within seconds. You're just like, son of a bitch, and you walk off. But man, bending a toe, nail, ugh. So number 10, I had a female tenant who lived in a basement apartment. Oh yeah? Oh, is that right? We regularly heard a dog barking in her unit. Funny thing though, she didn't own a dog. Ooh, ghost dog. She had every light in the unit on 24/7 until she called complaining about not having any power. Went in to check it, and she had power. Every light bulb was burned out though. All she had in the place was a futon and Bibles. Bibles in every room, open to different pages. When we finally got her out for non-payment, of course, she hired a moving company to move her belongings. A futon and a garbage bag full of clothes. What a freaking... This is interesting. That is the weirdest thing. What you mean she got Bibles open to different passages in the fucking house? You hear dogs barking, ain't no dogs in there. That's my favorite part of the story. What? Oh my God. Big Worm Kevin says, I have a confession. I do that Kyle gasping thing. The Kyle gasping thing. What a thing to turn this into. Oh boy. Curious JFI says, Kyle, you need to add the Here We Go from Super Mario 64 to your soundboard. I don't think that's on there. I'd have to probably specially make that. I'm so excited about this new computer though, man, because I was talking about Katamari Damacy and you know how much I love that game, but it has not worked out with me trying to emulate that. Here we go. Nope, it is not there. It is just not there. It's pretty specific too, so I can forgive the site for not having Here We Go from Super Mario 64. That's fine. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 9. Not me, but my aunt rented her place to an old lady who never showered, never washed her clothes, and kept everything she owned in large cardboard boxes. She would open a box, use something, put it back in, and tape the box shut. We talked to her sister, and she told us, oh my God, it's kind of strange. She told us that the poor lady had become like that after her husband died. He ran away. Oh boy. Oh boy. What a list this is gonna be. Someone says this is both sad and puzzling. Maybe she was waiting for him. Oh no. Oh no, that's sad. We don't come here to feel. Kyle, play some stupid noise. Or ask the dolphin what he got to say about this. Dolphin, what you got to say about all that? That's exactly what I'm saying. Me and a dolphin on the same page as it pertains to that story. As we roll up to number 8, we find that it is deleted, and there is likely nothing from context clues that we can put together aside from somebody quoting the phrase elderly couple. How old and when, he goes on to ask. We don't know. We can't know. All we can do is roll up, though. Damn. Faith, sweetie, I saw you earlier and I'm sorry, but you always know how behind schedule I am because I'm a nightmare. So I only barely got this stream on in time. As we roll to number 7, we, boy howdy, this is quite the one. The first time I rented out my house, I was approached by a sweet older lady who had custody of her grandkids along with her husband and had bad credit due to caring for her elderly mother. Oh, and the place she was staying at had a sex offender next door, so they needed out ASAP. And of course, they didn't have any pets, and they happily signed a year lease with me not requiring a security deposit. They were supposed to paint in lieu. Well, I found out that they are chronic deadbeats. Their pillhead daughter, adult daughter, also lives with them, and the 3 grandkids, and they hoard animals. Hoard animals? Oh no. They were only there for 3 months, but kept complaining about repairs and asking to deduct. The house was awful and dirty when we got it back. The grass was so bad, I got a letter from the city. There was random broken furniture buried in the glass, concrete blocks everywhere. I had to replace the carpets due to cat piss and fought with fleas in my own home for 3 months due to catching them there. Oh no. Some of this shit ain't worth it, baby. Some of this shit ain't worth it. I closely followed our local Facebook rental groups, and I make sure to go behind her back and contact every home she expresses an interest in. Also, I should mention, South Louisiana, you can't even go 2 weeks without your yard looking like crap if you don't mow. And we have super fleas locally, according to my veterinarian, that can get out of control pretty fast as well. I think usually my personal carpet cleaner is probably where I went wrong before. However, the area they're scamming in has been extremely scarce for rentals. When mine is available, we only leave the ad up for a few hours because we can't handle the call volume. It won't be long before they truly are homeless and will be driven out of the area, as we are also in a very landlord-friendly state. Interesting. I enjoy whoever Marcos Benitez is saying that he'll be back to the stream, as if, I don't know, this is some sort of one-on-one conversation between two people, and he feels the need to hit us with like a 1995 styled BRB dude and an AOL instant messenger chat. That's probably older than this kid. I promise you AOL instant messenger as a conceived like idea is older than Marcos Benitez with his punk ass. Sam Machin says, I have a question, Kyle. He wrote that. He took the time to write, Kyle, I have a question, as opposed to just writing my name and then asking the question, or even saying my name, saying I have a question, and then writing the question. It's like a two-parter. Why is that necessary? He's like the kid in class, which I tell you that I hate, that raises their hand, waits to be acknowledged, is acknowledged, and then goes, I have a question. It's like, nigga, get to the fucking point. How much life we got to live? You out here wasting our life with bullshit like this that's coming out of your mouth. Just because you want to waste your life don't mean that we got to deal with this. You know what I'm talking about? Bing bong. Bing bong. As we roll up this list, we arrive at number 6. Wow, not a landlord, but I lived below this woman that I'm guessing was upper 20s to lower 30s. That's not how we say that, dude. We say late 20s and early 30s. What country you living in where people saying upper and lower in reference to niggas' ages, man? Slap yourself. I never learned her name or anything, but did notice she had a new guy every week or so. That's her life. Let her live it, man. I still didn't care because I was newly married and had a little girl. Anyway, it wasn't uncommon to hear her having sex. Sometimes I would pop the ceiling with a broom and she would quiet down. Well, one day I hear her going at it, and from my understanding, she slipped off her bed, or whatever the hell, and her foot went straight through the floor. So I'm standing in this room watching her leg dangling above me, and I swear to God, they keep having sex. After they finished, her leg goes back up, and I call the apartment office to get my ceiling fixed. Weird day. Somebody said, should have tickled her foot. Should have tickled her foot with something other than a finger, if you know what I'm talking about. Somebody else says, and moaned, smearing mayo on it with some spritz from a water bottle. Ice cold water. Okay. Whoa, somebody says Lexeus is here. The Lexeus? Oh my God. We are graced by the presence of the chosen one. As we roll up to number 5, but not actually number 5, guys, because I'm reading from multiple lists here. It reads, my dad rents a few houses out, and about 10 years ago he was collecting... No, you got ahead of yourself there, Kyle. My dad rents out a few houses. You got ahead of yourself again. Try not getting ahead of yourself, Kyle. I know it's a great way to read, but you gotta do better than this. My dad rents a few houses out, and about 10 years ago, he was going to collect rent from an older couple in one of his houses. Let's call her Annie. She was in a red dress and had curly hair when she was young and had a bullshit ass dog and was talking about Daddy Warbucks or some bullshit like that. You know what I'm talking about? Is the Annie reference fresh for y'all niggas? Timely. At any rate, shut up. Start this over. Do not break your own momentum, you psychopath. My dad rents a few houses out, and about 10 years ago, he was going to collect rent from an older couple in one of the houses. Let's call her Annie. Answered the door and made my dad a cuppa. God, I'm tired of these people overseas. He was surprised her husband, let's call him Frank, And Frank was not sitting in his normal armchair. He was quite a big man and was always there when my dad came around. So Dad asked Annie where he was, and she said, "He's in bed. He died last Tuesday. I'm not really sure what to do." You all? This was Saturday. Wait. Hold, rewind. He died last Tuesday. Guys, let's get a calendar here. I'm confused about the days of the week again. That's not useful. Okay, well, yep. Here we go. So, okay. Let's open up a calendar on this motherfucker. Just see, wait a minute. So this is Tuesday right here, like today is, okay? So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Bitch, wait a minute. That's too many days to have nobody just hanging around. And I don't mean nobody like ain't nobody. That's a Shaka Khan reference. I don't know if anybody knows about that. I mean nobody as in no space, body. That's too much time to have a body in somebody's house. You know what I'm talking about? Dolphin? Yeah, man. Yeah, Dolphin, see what's up. Here's what I'm saying. This is nuts. This is nuts. This was Saturday, and Dad asked where he had been sleeping. In beside Frank. So Dad was able to help Annie with the undertakers and had to help them get Big Frank down the narrow stairs. He got Annie sorted with a new house to rent as well. Grief can make people do very strange things. Well, you know what, man? You know what? As an older lady, grief is a hell of a drug. It's scary. Who knows what the fuck she was going through? We can't imagine, but it's still ridiculous. Call the police. Call somebody. Yo, dude is dead and you... Oh my God. Oh my God. What the fuck are you talking about over here, JFI? Come on now. Come on now. Lexius says pretty good. Got back home and the Yankees are winning. I'm glad, Lexius, that you're pleased. And I hope that you find the right lady to be all like, hey, Lexius. Nuding time. You know what I'm talking about? That's enough. Jalen says, hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Have a seat right over there. Oh my God. Why don't you have a seat? Number 4 man. Worked for a large rental property company. A man called one of the properties asking if they had units available on a high floor. This was a high rise in a great location where the upper floors had a nice view of the city. So the request wasn't unusual. You want to know what isn't unusual? Or what I should say, what's not unusual? Continue, you son of a bitch. The man came to view the unit, and the leasing agent took him on the tour. She opened the balcony to show him the view, and then she went back into the unit, expecting him to follow. When he didn't, she turned around and he was gone. He jumped from the balcony onto the road below. The unit was on something like the 20th floor. It's not unusual to jump from a high rise. Lexia says, if only. Don't worry, man. I got you back. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to find the right lady. She's going to be redheaded too, just for you. All freckles in her face, big boobs. We got it going on. Big titty redhead girls just for nuding. Rata says, good morning. It's morning for him. It's 9:59 at night for me. It is about to be 10 p.m. on the dot. Aaron Deere says, Kyle, what the fuck is that in the corner? Only the right action will show what that is. But what can it be? And what might the action that who needs to do be? Bing bong. There's definitely multiple ways to trigger whatever that is in the lower hand corner. but I don't know what any of you are talking about. You guys may just be seeing things. How the fuck am I supposed to know what you're seeing? Let's be realistic. As we roll up to number 3, parents had rental houses growing up. One tenant got evicted and before leaving, poured wax down the drains and used cat litter in the vents. Luckily, they had free child labor to help clean up houses like that. Wait a minute. Free child labor? Wait a goddamn minute. Anyway, my bitch of an aunt did this growing up, says someone in response. She bought a house as is and rounded up all us kids to help her clean it. Our parents were all for it because it got us out of the house all day and we would be helping. We thought we would be moping floors, nigga, and dusting light fixtures, etc. Nope. Previous owner had a bunch of dogs and locked them in an upstairs bathroom. Or bedroom, that's even grosser. They were never let out, so they shit everywhere. It had since dried out and was caked on everything. One aunt handed us a few buckets of soapy water and some scrub brushes, and that was it. You imagine what adding water to the mess looked like. She returned us that night covered in shit. Our parents weren't too happy. I think that was the last time I saw my aunt, too. Ain't nobody asshole-ish like family, dude. So we roll up to number 2, but not really number 2 because I have other lists that I'm going through. We read, real nice older guy lived in the apartment next to mine for several years. He was quiet and I didn't notice when he had not been around for a while. Oh. The landlord asked me to go into his apartment with her, kind of afraid he might be dead inside. He had never been late on his rent before. We went in there expecting the worst, and all that was in the entire place was a bare mattress in the living room with an enormous stack of porn, both magazines and DVDs, and a toaster. My elderly landlord quipped, "How do you think he used the toaster?" How do you think he used the toaster?
Bazinga!
How do you think he used the toaster? Wait a goddamn minute.
I love Kyle the moist.
You mean you love me to moist? What does that mean? This guy. Ooh. So you guys see what's going on now, huh? So you guys see what's going on now. Maybe you didn't see. Maybe you didn't see. Maybe you didn't see, though. So listen, I want to go ahead and thank you. You already know what you mean to me. You're the best. You're the best, Kevin. And I love you the moist too, man. You mean the moist to me. What? Kevin, my man.
My man!
As we roll up to number 1, our parents rented a floor of their 2-family home to a guy who was an electrician. In return for lower rent, he did electrical improvements and minor repairs to the house. What a sweet deal. Bing bong. All of a sudden, our parents' electric bill nearly doubled. So they called the power company for an inspection and discovered that the tenant had illegally rewired his connection so that it was drawing most of the current for his apartment from their electrical meter instead of his. They had given him a substantial break in the rent and he abused their kindness. My dad simply said, "No good deed goes unpunished." That sucks. It's so true, dude. It's so true. And the best and fastest way to make it in life is to do so on the backs of good people. Oh my God. I love you, Nikola Tesla. And I'm so sorry that you couldn't make what the world deserved happen. Because fucking people were just out to make money and fuck you up. Yeah, I don't know about my love affair with Tesla, though. Let's not worry about it. Oh boy. I thought this dude was about to say lemon splash, because that would scare the hell out of me. That would scare the hell out of me. Hey, if it isn't Jessica Patterson. Big boobed Jessica Patterson. Eddie's Wiki donated
A
5.
donkey fell into a bowl of sugar. Now that's a sweet ass.
A donkey fell into a bowl of sugar. Now that's a sweet ass. That's how you're supposed to deliver that, guys. Eddie's Wiki, my man. That's what I'm talking about. You understand? Everybody, you know Eddie's Wiki, my man.
My man.
You know what I'm talking about? But no, that's a good, I always love that, hey guys, a donkey fell into a bowl of sugar. Let me grab the mic for this one. Now that's a sweet ass. I fucking love that. I fucking love that. Crobe Cat made a Cuphead video.
So we can expect brutal difficulty and twitch reflexes?
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. You guys know what I want? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. You want to know what I want and you want it too, you just don't know it? I hate Funko Pop. Funko Pop can lick my ass. Did you guys know that? Funko Pop can lick my ass. You know my favorite Funko Pops? The ones that don't look like Funko Pops. Those are the only ones I want. So right now I only own one Funko Pop, and it is the Snowball Funko Pop from Rick and Morty. You know the dog when you put the thing on its head? But like I said, the best Funko Pops don't look like Funko Pops. So the Power Ranger one, that's a good one. I had like a little BioShock one on my wish list for a while, but then I took it off. Here it is. It's a Big Daddy. But take a look at this shit. Take a look at this shit real quick. Hold up. Let me show you. Just wait a bing bong minute. Check this shit out. Here it is. Pumping out the jams. It's a damn Cuphead Funko. What the fuck? Look at that. Look at that though. It doesn't look a damn thing like a fucking Funko Pop. And it's dank. I love it. And so do you, bro. So do you. Oh my god. The stream welcomes Sarah Bishop, who makes her astounding return. I'm sure she's going to make the stream regret and punish the good deed of me having a stream and allowing her to be here in time. Bing bong. We've reached the end of that one list though. So we're going to go ahead and transition over to another list, which is essentially the same. The question being asked is eviction cleaners of Reddit. What is some of the most horrifying blah 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 blah? It goes on. You get the fucking gist of it. As we arrive at number 15, I work in REO foreclosures, and we would hire real estate agents to handle the cleanup of properties that we had evictions set up for. I have two memorable properties that come to mind. The first was, I think it was Alabama, one at which the agent called me up requesting a huge approval amount for cleanup of the property. The prior owner occupant had been shut in, and a cat owner. Oh boy, that's a bad combination. That is a bad combination. A donkey fell into a bowl of sugar. Well, the agent sent us pictures showing a 4-bedroom house that had close to 50 cages. Damn. No exaggeration. Spread throughout the house. Some of the cages were pulled up on one another, and others were randomly spread on the floor. Each cage was lined with paper, and the paper was covered in cat feces. Also worth mentioning that the floor throughout the whole house was one huge cat litter box and had cat feces everywhere. No live cats were left. Oh shit. Oh shit. No live cats were left in the house. I'm sorry, guys. That's our dead cat submission of the day. The worst part of the story is that the agent found a freezer in the basement. The freezer contained frozen bodies of dead cats. Nigga, I expected dead cats on the list, but frozen bodies of dead cats? You guys just upped the ante, is something your parents would say. It was a decent sized freezer and seemed to be filled with nothing but dead cats. Needless to say, we approved the clean out amount, and the agent hired a company to come in and clean out everything. The second was a house out in California Riverside area, and the agent called me reporting that someone had broken into a house that she had recently cleaned out. Okay. Well, it seemed like maybe drifters had seen an empty house, come in and used it to do some drugs. Oh my glinglosh.
Wickety Vicky Wild, Vicky Wild, Wild West.
Wiki wow, wiki wow, west. I don't know if he's doing the. I don't know, Lexus. You got to tell me, man. I love you, man. Thank you for that donation. That's pretty dank. You're amazing. You know it. I don't know if that's a South Park reference, because I fucking love when. I think it is. It must be when. When Cartman was doing that shit in that episode. I think they were like. I'm trying to remember that episode. Was it something to do with like a meteor shower? Man, old school South Park is great, and I need to give it a rewatch. We should all do that together. That'd be cool. We should set up a day to watch South Park reruns, or maybe just one night when we're going to sleep, and then we put on rabbit.io and then watch a whole bunch of South Park episodes. Somebody was saying something. Opposition says, Kyle, just wanted to let you know that your lists get me through the worst days at work. The length of them is something I enjoy very much. Keep up the awesome work. It's funny. I'm glad that these found a niche with you, sir, because, you know, the length is what I think keeps me from growing the channel. And I'm not particularly obsessed or, you know, worried about growing the channel, so to speak. But I knew if these were more condensed with how frequent I make them, like picking out my teeth while I'm fucking talking. Something wrong with you, Kyle. You're a fucking nightmare. Sorry. What was I saying? Thank you. You know. Whoa, somebody's talking about oh. I thought you guys were saying that Sarah Bishop was crying. Oh my god, are those like little dabbing courages in the tip jar? I think they are. That's crazy. Oh boy. Well, as we continue up this list, I haven't splashed the banner in a while. The list of 30 plus disturbing finds inside homes after evictions. That is not a concise title. But you know what? I think I was trying to get rid of a lot of the negative space in the thumbnail. Usually the subject of the thumbnail takes up a good portion of the right side, but it was really just a picture of a cat that was dead. That would be a bit edgy. I'm not sure I care. Video output too low. Why don't you write me a fucking love letter, YouTube? I hope nobody's buffering. I just want you all to know that I love you. Lexaeus, you're amazing, and I need you to know that. Wow, West. When we're rolling through the Wild Wild West. When we're strolling through the Wild Wild West. We're going straight to the Wild Wild West. We're going straight to the Wild Wild West. That's a bad movie. We should watch that movie, man. That's a bad movie. I think that movie was so bad that even when I was young and I was watching that shit, I was like, this is a bad movie. You know what I mean? You know when you're too young to really appreciate anything? Or just do anything but like okay, there's some movies these days where if we're gonna enjoy it, we gotta shut our brain off. And then there's movies where like if you're at a certain age, you don't even need to shut nothing off. You just gonna watch it and go, wow, this movie, oh man, it's amazing. That's a big spider. But I was watching that going, this movie's such a trash. Let's just enjoy the ride, man. Will Smith, have a good old time. Oh boy, it's like a Universal Studios ride. You ever watch that one movie with I don't know this nigga's name, but I think it was called was it called what was the year that the Mayans I think were saying was going to be the end of the world, and then they had a movie about it and it was just awful. It was just awful. Ugh, we don't let me make haste up this list. Number 14. A guy died in one of my parents' rental properties. Nobody noticed for a few weeks. So by the time the coroner got there to remove the body, he had begun leaking all over the floor. It was my job to clean the place. I scraped the leftovers off the floor with a plaster knife. Ew. Ew. Somebody says my neighbor at my last apartment killed himself. Except he did it in his car. He left his apartment spotless, and he was found the next day. When my only bathroom was undergoing repairs a few days after the neighbor was found, my landlord said I could use his bathroom. It was creepy, but the place was impeccably clean. I think he didn't want to be a burden to anyone. Jesus Christ. We need to fucking find a definitive button to make it so that when things get a little bit too sad, we can just smash that damn button.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Maybe I can play the goddamn button.
God damn!
Okay. Sleepyhead says, Kyle, the splash is on. What splash? Are you guys talking about this stupid lemon splash crap? Oh, shit. Oh, I understand. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Guys, I just had a completely Sarah Bishop moment and I apologize. It won't happen again, okay? No more Sarah Bishop moments. I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ. Okay. Won't happen again. Jeez. Vanessa Martinez is saying, amen. Girl, you ain't real. You know what I mean? A real Vanessa would be like a Colombian girl with huge boobs. And she's not real. We know she's not real. Sarah Bishop says, Kyle, let's watch a movie on our stream one night. Yeah, that's what I plan for us to do. I just don't know what day it should be. It can't be tomorrow or any day following. Man, I'm going to be... I may have to record a list off stream tomorrow. It'll still be something for you to listen to. I love you all. You'll get your fix. Vanessa Martinez says, Sarah, no, you sort out the list. Continue with the list. It's so sweet of you. Thank you all for making it so that when I put this silly little tip jar chalice up here, that you guys are filling it with stuff. I think those are rupees that I put in there. Rupees like, you know. God, you're a weird guy, Kyle. You are a weird guy. So as we continue up this list, we arrive at the very long number 13. I'm going to go ahead and read this with a bit of haste, because I'm not trying to be here all night. My Uncle Rick, come on now, purchased a house for the first time. Okay, where'd the after come from? He worked late nights at a newspaper, getting all of the final prints ready before they were put to press, and would not get off until about 2 a.m. After saving, he got a house that was a short sale, and the previous tenants were evicted. This was my uncle's first home, and he was truly excited. The place was trashed by the junkies that had been living there when the owner died and it went up for sale. But oh well, a bit of cleaning and it should be as good as new, right? Well, he called his brother Ted to come help. He called his brother Ted to come help fix this place he just got. It's really funny that my brain straight up rejected it. It just wasn't going to read it because it knew it was wrong. So my Uncle Ted and my older cousin showed up to help out. They spent a few days doing various work, night and day. One uncle and cousin worked in during the day, and one uncle working at night after work. Sunday, my Uncle Ted and his son stopped by my place. I'm guessing by my place. Stopped my place by. Nigga, no. English is not your first. Oh. I was young then, only 12, and they asked me to come along, but I had plans with friends that day. We all sat around the kitchen eating pie for breakfast. My mother had made it the day before. I'm sure this is pertinent information. Unless there was a human body cooked into that fucking pie, I'm gonna be mad as hell, cause fuck this story, you feel me? Fuck it. Jesus Christ. Ow. That was the last time anyone not related to the crime. Oh, wait. That was the last time anyone not related to the crime was known to have seen them alive. After the police investigation had some details, it seems that the house my Uncle Rick had purchased had been owned not only by junkies, but not too small time of dealers. When they were evicted, they took all of the money, all the dope, and ran. When at least 2 persons came looking for them, they found my uncle, Ted, and cousin. They were tied to chairs, tortured for information. After several hours, they were strangled to death. No one was ever caught. No suspects ever named. My uncle sold the house afterwards, moved several miles away, and committed suicide a few years later. He had already lost his wife to a car accident and his son to leukemia. Damn, nigga. This story just went crazy. I don't think I have a button for this, okay? He said, wait, this wasn't suicide. He said a Catholic suicide. He died from diabetic complications after he refused to take medication. He knew it would kill him. He just didn't care. Well. What a world. Video output too low, it says. Just what do you want me to do about that? Always some sort of problem. Maybe my issue is that I'm trying to stream without plugging in the Ethernet to my laptop. I should find the Ethernet. I saw it somewhere. But since I've moved, things aren't exactly where I need them to be. Jiggle Wiggles says, holy shit, I finally made a stream for the first time in like 6 months. You know I do this every fucking night, right? And probably have for like the last month or so. This isn't like a random thing that I do every day. If you guys aren't subscribed to a lot of other channels, you should see one of these go up, because every night at this exact same time, I stream. Kyle welcomes you to the chat once again. As we roll up this list and arrive at number 12, but not really number 12 because I have another list after this that I'm going to read right after. Oh boy, is it my time to shine. First house. Tenants had water shut off. No big deal. Clean homes with water before. Or I've cleaned homes without water before. Nope, I was wrong. All the carpets had to be torn up because they were saturated with piss. Please be animal piss. Used condoms were smashed in the bathroom vanities. Stove over was covered in a thick layer of grease. Second house. Thought things would be better. Nope. The tenant's daughter was severely autistic. She would rub her shit all over the walls in every room of the house. There were little poop smear handprints about 3 feet high. Had to sanitize the all of the walls. I'm just gonna read what it says, baby. The all of the walls. And had to replace the walls where she kicked holes in them. Carpets in the house also had to be replaced as well. Dog and human urine had seeped into the carpet for so long that we had to put this sealant called kilts. Okay. I think that's how it's spelled because of the stains. She didn't notify the landlord that a pipe had burst, so most of the basement had black mold growing in it. Ugh. Well, last house was the worst. We lived next door to it, and from what we could remember, there was some type of daycare being run there. 15 to 20 little kids would be in and out of that house. Child Protective Services was called, and they were evicted. The house was locked up for a week in the middle of the motherfucking August, and by the time we could get in there, it smelled so bad. They left food in the fridge, which had no power. The first bedroom had 2 urine-stained mattresses. Bathroom was covered in God knows what, had to be cleaned with oven cleaner. The second bedroom contained Sorry. I just had a bad feeling that the door was open behind me. The second bedroom contained one of the most awful smells I've ever sniffed. The room had 3 side-by-side cribs, all with urine-stained mattresses. We opened the closet door and 50-some dirty, shit-filled diapers tumbled to the floor. It's a shitty diaper avalanche! Oh my god! Shit-covered diapers. No. Well, Lady Spook has arrived. Here's hoping that the people in the stream don't embarrass themselves in a way that scares Lady Spook off. Lady Spook is what I'd like to call a Kyle alumni. She was here for years. It's almost been 3 years. Where she used to be in them dank-ass streams, boy. She was there. I've probably modded Lady Spook before anybody. Interesting. Tiffy Cakes arrives as well. How sexually exciting. She also says, my daughter has spilled her juice next to my fiance's 3D printer. Well, what the hell were you thinking having nice things and kids? Pick one, motherfucker. As we roll up this list, we arrive at number 11. A few things that have happened to people that I know that own and manage rental properties. After being asked to leave, there were good tenants, but it was the end of their contract and they hadn't renewed it. They put holes in the walls, ripped off the radiators, and left bodily fluids in the carpet. Had to get professional cleaners in. They couldn't clean it, had to replace all of the carpets. Other tenants threw frequent parties and dumped vomit and alcohol-stained furniture, including the TV, in the garden for several months, then asked for new furniture. It was a furnished house. This request was refused for obvious reasons, and they also glued coins to the ceilings in a couple of the rooms so that they had to be redecorated. Were asked to move, again, end of contract, so took all of the radiators, copper wiring, lead roofing, and anything that they could sell, then proceeded to squat in a house with no roof, electricity, or heating for the rest of the winter.
Just got my paycheck. Not much, but sharing with you a little something. You're awesome. Love you, Sile.
It's not about the amount. I appreciate you, Hata. Hata. Shata. Top Shata. Hey, I'm sorry. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your contribution. Remember, I do this for you, and you're wonderful to try to give something back. But just know that I'm going to be reinvesting that back into the channel so that whoever needs these niche little videos has something to at least distract them. Hope you're having a wonderful evening or day, and that these videos find a way to just give back based on what you pay, baby. A donkey fell into a bowl of sugar. Now that's a sweet ass. As we continue up the list of 30 disturbing finds inside homes after evictions, we arrive at number 10. And Jesus Christ, I've been scrolling up through number 10 this entire time, so I guess this is someone's autobiography that they wrote because it's so fucking long. Just kill me right now, it's so fucking long. Someone get a bullet, just put it in my head. Don't really do that. I want to live. I want to live. Number 10. Honestly, the worst part is knowing how long it took to paint the walls, clean the kitchen and bath, replace the broken blinds, repair the floors, and, repair or replace doors that had been broken, hinges from kids hanging on the doorknobs. The sense of pride that you have in a place after the new carpet was laid, that smell of clean, how they sparkle in their muted apartments, white walls, knowing that while I worked 40 plus hours a week at my day job and then worked every night after work and on weekends to make the place look beautiful, while my own personal house has a leaking roof, faucets that don't turn off, and doors that don't close right, yet you have to pay a mortgage, so you work until it's perfect. Perfect enough to find the perfect tenant, someone with a job who is clean, and you do. Then 6 months later, you file the eviction because they didn't have a job or they didn't have priorities. And you know from that pitiful flutter in your stomach, you just know that people that get evicted aren't clean. They don't have the same standards that someone responsible enough to not get evicted has. Wherever they fell off the tracks, that part of them that has God damn it. You read the same line. Wherever they fell off the tracks, that part of them, that clean part, fell off long before. So while you are filing those papers, dealing with the slow court system that will give them another month of free rent that you will be lucky to ever see. It's so sad because the system really does, for some reason, bend in favor of people who aren't paying their rent. And that's kind of weird, isn't it? You know what I mean? Can you imagine you not paying rent and then going to court and then court going, bang, bang, bang. All right, another month of him not paying rent because, I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? Pretty insane. Pretty insane. This is pretty sad. I'm sorry for this guy because he's just fed up. He works and he's trying to, you know, get some money coming back at him. That's all any of us want. Can you imagine us having enough money that we buy, you know, a couple of places and rent them out so that we can see more money coming back to us? And instead we got assholes living there being fucking nuts and stupid. Oh boy. Another month of their dog that they weren't supposed to have, using your brand new carpet as a pissing and shitting station, using the new door as a window because it was now a huge hole in it. I'm sorry. I had to be very careful not to like burp the wrong way because I could have you guys don't want to hear what I could have done just now, because it now has a huge hole in it because they also have a temper that those clean walls now are covered in Coca-Cola and cigarette stains, that the kitchen faucet is broken and hanging in the sink, that the bathroom looks like a rundown gas station in the sketchiest section of town. You cry because you know that the second you unlock the door, all of those countless hours that they didn't spend with your friends, that you didn't spend with your friends and family, were wasted on this piece of shit of a tenant that you will never get a dime from, and even worse, the knowledge that you will have to start it all over again because you have a mortgage to pay. Nigga, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. From the sounds of it. Hey, look, it's Fat Man doing his Fat Man thing, jiggling all over the stream chat. Here's hoping everybody in the chat is having a fantastic night as we proceed, because 9 is deleted, up to number 8. But not really number 8 because I'm pulling these from multiple lists and we have one list after this one to do. A year or so ago, my friend and I decided to post an ad on Craigslist for house cleaning because we were desperate to make some money. Were you guys going to do it naked? That's how you make that money. Got some big titties, you want to clean the house naked? Just do what you do. Have them titties out jiggling. We agreed to clean a woman's house who said she needed to move out quick. She told us her brother would meet us there and to get rid of everything and leave the place ready to be rented out. Her brother and one of his friends were at the house when we arrived. Her brother and his friend were huge, intimidating black guys. Oh shit, we got a story about black guys, Dolphin. How you feel about that? Yeah. Better shut up, Dolphin. What I told you. Punk ass Dolphin. The house was in a bad part of town, but we were pretty desperate to make some cash, so we carried our little dusters and bucket full of cleaning supplies up the stairs, and they let us in. What we found inside was baffling. The kitchen, living room, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, closets, and hallways were jam-packed with shit. There was trash, clothes, bags, whatever, everywhere. The guys told us to do whatever their sister had instructed us to do and left us there, completely overwhelmed by the amount of shit she expected us to clear out. The closest... No, Kyle, that's not what that says. The closets were filled with stuff. What? Stuff. The closets were still full of clothes, men's suits, jewelry, shoes, and handbags. We found stacks of purses with dirty diapers stuffed in them on the floor. The kitchen drawers and cabinets were full of old food, alongside unopened packages of perfume and cologne, expensive headphones, stacks of DVDs, bootleg DVDs, wristwatches, packaged school supplies, stacks of mail, credit cards, IDs, handfuls of quarters and coins, family pictures, etc. There was an entire chicken rotting away on the counter beside piles of dirty moldy dishes. Rotisserie chicken, rotisserie chicken. There were seats from a car in the living room, mattresses, children's toy suitcases, old laptops, MP3 players. Just shit everywhere, mixed in with the fucking garbage and filth. Oh my fucking God. We called the woman and asked her if she was sure we should just throw everything away. And she told us she hadn't been there in a while, but it needed to be emptied out. So yes, she wanted everything trashed. We filled 2 huge garbage cans and started a massive pile on the porch before we realized we could call my trunk a trash can, and started making a pile of loot in there too. Eventually, the guys returned and started sifting through our trash piles and grabbing nice things. We had no idea what was going on. We ended up cleaning the place really well. We had to argue with the woman when we finished because she didn't want to pay us what we had initially agreed. She showed up with a small child and said that she had been in the hospital for a while and her brother had been staying there. I still wonder about that place. My friend and I speculated the entire time we cleaned. I felt like we were cleaning up after some crime. Before and after. That ain't as bad as we thought it was. Oh, these dudes need to clear my house. They do need to clear my house. Y'all dudes need to clean my house, alright? Y'all dudes need to clean my house. My house isn't dirty. I just need to sweep. The bottom line is, though, yeah, I thought this whole story was gonna be like, you know, some people put an ad out on Craigslist, and then they had some dudes unsuspectingly break.
Nobody exists on purpose. Nobody belongs anywhere. We're all going to die. Come watch Kai yell.
Wubba-lubba-dub-dubs! Yeah!
Lick my balls. Well done, Banal Vulgarian. I appreciate you. And you know your 690-nizzle. What the fuck?
Jiggle, wiggle, wiggle, jiggle.
Jiggle, wiggle, wiggle, jiggle. Hey. Jiggle, wiggle, with my wiggle, jiggle, whip, whip. Hey, those were the first coins to make it into the monkey ball. Those are cool. Man. Thanks, guys. You guys are amazing. Wow, I didn't think that this would fliggle out my fleece of wobbles. You know what I mean? But here we are, and you guys are amazing. As usual. Typical. Coming in here being amazing. The stream thanks.
Thick, meaty love for all.
Thick, meaty love for all. That's probably how Skyward Rerection. Was that even her, or was that legendary fat man? What the fuck? I really didn't expect that. Oh my god. Well, I guess I'm forced to repeat these names is the crazy part. So holy crap, that was a triple donation from Banal Vulgarian, Jiggle Wiggles, hey, and Skyward Rerection. I am pleased, and I thank you, and I love you, and I'm here for all of you. I appreciate you. God, you guys don't know how much it pleases my monkey balls. As we travel up the list of 30 disturbing finds inside homes after evictions. I know it's a long title. It's a work in progress. Not really. As soon as this video's up, it's done forever. Fuck me. We reach number 7, but it's not really number 7. You know, I got another list to go through after this. So I'm going to do it right after. I want to preface this by saying that while I'm sure some of the stories will be worse, this is a story about evicting a childhood friend. My mom has a rental house. It's a big old house with lots of character, i.e. not a dump, but the floors creak and the walls aren't perfectly straight anymore. She's been burned by renting to a couple of early 20s girls that basically threw massive parties constantly. She really wanted to get like a family in there, so the house with character could avoid being a dump. Jiggle Wiggle said he lived in a house that flooded, and then the fucking landlord basically told us to pay for the damages because it was our fault. It rained for like 4 weeks straight. What an asshole. What an asshole. Nice to see Faith and Fat Man. I'm so sorry. Give me a second. I apologize. Anyway, enter the mother of the childhood friends. Before the mother divorced her husband, they had lived across the alley from us. With 3 daughters in reasonably close ages to me and my 2 sisters, we hung out a lot. My mom didn't actually know the mom that well because, frankly, their home life was not the best. My mom said that often the girls would come over because their parents were arguing, etc. When the mother of the childhood friends divorced the dad and took the kids, my parents had assumed that it was for the best. She loved the house, but frankly, the rent was a little high for her, as she was now a single mom of 3 girls and the father was not consistent about getting child support to her. Bleeding heart as she is, my mom reduced the rent so she could afford the place and moves them in. Keeps in mind that it's been about 5 to 8 years since we have spoken to this lady. She's missing paying rent on time for the first month or 2, but manages to get it to my mom by the 15th. My mom knew money was tight, so she doesn't do anything like add late fees, then she just stops paying. My mom calls and sends notices that she's going to come by and check on her house, no response. So she goes by on her lunch break. The house is close to her work, but not her home. No one is home, but she goes in anyway as she has a key. It's fucking trashed. Like an episode of Hoarders. My mom is really upset and is in the front yard crying when one of the neighbors comes out. Apparently, the neighbor wishes the loud drunken party girl still lived there because it's so much worse. What was that?
Never give power to fat man, underscore.
Underscore. I love it. I love it. Never give power to fat man. Strange. Fat man does have power. Is he abusing it in the stream chat? No, I don't think that's his style. I think it's more his style to annoy people. Yeah, that chip jar's looking nice and fat. Just like something that's in my pants right now. If y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. As we go ahead and continue with this damn story without Kyle getting his meaty erection into the topic. Snapchat Kyle. Apparently, this woman is running a daycare out of this hoarder nightmare house. Ugh. And also having screaming matches with multiple men in the front lawn detailing drug abuse a few times a week. Jesus Christ. I thank you, Faith G. You're my heart. You're my heart, Faith. Oh, that's why Faith said 23. That's why Faith said 23. Thank you, Faith. Well, the house is a mess. It's a hoarder's nightmare. She's trying to run a daycare out of the house, and apparently there's screaming matches going on the front lawn because of drug use. The neighbor has called Child Protective Services and is frankly worried about the kids in the house. If my mom had it together before, she sure lost it then. This is the mother of children that have spent a lot of time over at her house. Knowing that they live like this is just too much for her. She calls Child Protective Services to detail the house and begins the eviction process. At this point, I'm in college and my mom tearfully asks if I have any big beefy guys to come help her with the final eviction. Oh no. Poor mom. During the eviction process, she has been harassed and been told that the renter's boyfriend and his gang were going to rough her up, etc. There will be a sheriff on premises for the eviction, but she'd rather have some guys around just for presence. Also, they may need to move furniture, and she'll pay them. Nigga, do threats not go somewhere in a court of law? Here's the thing. I'm just the type of guy that believes, like, if you have video evidence or if you have audio evidence, I'll be walking around with a live fucking microphone in my pocket all the live long day. You know what I mean? You would have to fleece and wax and polish my Jimmy whistle before you catch my ass on some bullshit where you out here threatening niggas with your boyfriend in a gang and shit. And I don't just have that on tape to just play before a judge and be like, oh, well, you threatened me about this. And she'd be all like, he's lying. And I'll be like, I submit this piece of evidence to that monkey ass jury. What's up, jury bitches? Yeah, that's the one over there. That's what it is. I have no problem rounding up 3 guys who fit the description and are frankly a little excited to be hired muscle. So we all go to the house, meet the sheriff, and knock on the door. No one's home. The sheriff says my mom has to take out all of the items of value, leave them in the lawn or sidewalk for 1 week, and she is allowed to change the locks now. We go into the hoarder's mess, and even though we are all wearing jumpsuits and gloves, after about an hour of looking in all the rooms, there is nothing of value but a second washer/dryer that for some reason they put on the back porch and the couch. So we moved those to the front yard per sheriff's instructions. It was a little anticlimactic. My mom called dumpster people and they brought one over 2 hours later and we filled it. Everything in the house was trash. The kids' rooms were filled with shitty diapers mixed in with toys and stuffed animals. Oh, garbage permeated everything, and then we went to the basement. Needles everywhere. It was a nightmare. My mom called the police and CPS again to document what had been going on in the house, and at the end, my mom paid my friends triple what was promised for having to deal with such gross stuff and sent them away. And then she cried and cried and cried, that poor woman. The hosu didn't matter. Omae wa mou shindeiru. She'd be able to clean it up. Other than new paint and maybe a new coat of varnish on the floor, it was okay. Varnish. It was just going through all of that with someone you knew. Could she have done more? Could she have helped those kids? Man, Jessica Patterson says simple people just need a good smacking. That's how Jessica Patterson likes her ass to be treated. Sometimes Jessica Patterson comes over and it's just like, hey Kyle, can you help me with this? And then she shifts.
No one is safe.
Lex Anus? That's Fat Man, dude. This is Fat Man now. Thank you, Fat Man. Lex Anus. Come on now. Skyward Rerection and Lex Anus. Thank you, Fat Man. Look at me. I feel like I'm almost a third of the way to my sexy bing bong here. My Pringle Wibbles of the Fleece Flobbles. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are fantastic. Oh, man. Skyward Revenant says, always had dry mouth. Aww. Lex Anus. Fruit Basket Yay. This looks like a girl's name, but like a flat-chested girl, so the worst type of girl. I'm kidding. Why am I in time out for nothing? Yeah, that's a quick way to get timed out again, is by going, why am I in time out? If you are a girl and you just don't understand, I apologize, but you know, come on. Don't be a cuck and then like a weird cuck. You can't just do that to me. You know who my father is? As we roll up this list, we arrive. At what number are we arriving at, Kyle? Number 6. Number 6. Parents own an apartment building, and I live in the unit next to the dumpster. Elmo loved the dumpster. That's Oscar, Kyle. I'm Oscar I don't know what Oscar sounds like. In 3 years, I've never seen this one tenant go up to the dumpster. He fell behind a month of rent, and we tried to work with him on a payment system. Fall behind another month, and this is what we found when we evicted him. Oh my God. What are we gonna find when we open this Oh my God. Bing bonguru. Oh, we were not prepared. Ooh.
Elmo, take it back. Elmo don't like all of the dirt.
Oh my God.
Elmo gonna kill you.
I'm sorry. I'm being foolish. Let's scroll down. I bet you guys can't handle this shit, huh? Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Let me bookmark this shit. Let me bookmark who do bing bong. Well, do love his coffee. Do love his coffee now. Oh, gross. What must it smell like? Get a woman in your life. If not because she would clean. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Kermit the Frog here. And that's some nasty shit. What'd you think about that, Dolphin? That's gross, dude. Whoa, dude. Whoa, dude. Do you sit on a toilet like that? Do you sit on a toilet like that? Who the fuck is this? You can't just be... You know damn well. We're timing you out, asshole. Yeah, even Lady Spook is oh my godding. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Aeon Flux poster though. The Aeon Flux poster though. Okay. Alright. Okay.
THICCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCC
out of the cup. No, it busted out of the cup. I didn't know it could do that. I didn't know that shit could bounce out of the tip jar. If Fat Man is that vigorous about his donation, you don't have to drop it in there like that. Just drop it gently into the cup. You know what I mean? Don't be all like, motherfucker. Oh my God, this room. Oh my God. Look at the ceiling. These are cobwebs. Oh my God, dude. I'm cringing for real. How can you step into a place like this? You guys want the link to this? So when your mom gives you shit, or you know, people give you shit about fucking the room, and you're just like, nah, bro. Let me show you what some dank shit is, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, listen, ma'am. Elmo like Aeon Flux.
How does it happen, dude? I am fucking shifting in my seat like I'm in pain. Oh, God. Okay. It's just like it's going to reach through the fucking computer and get my ass. But with the Red Baron pizza on the floor, though. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is some real shit. This should have been the top post. This should have been the top post, my nigga. How does it get worse than this? I remember a couple of years ago I was reading a list about some people banging on a mattress full of cats. I don't. Oh, the cigarette butts. I don't want no more. I don't want no more, Lord. All in all, this was really sad. He left with nothing on his back, and looking through his things, it was apparent it was apparent that he had a mental illness and stopped talking or getting medication, and his life started to slip. There was a thick layer of cigarette ash on everything, and you'd gag from the smell of a year-old expired milk. I tried to stitch together a few shots for a panorama monkey balls. Damn, Lexaeus just banned Fruit Loop the Dupe Floop. Aww. Aww. I'll unban him. Just to ban him again. A donkey fell in a bowl of sugar. Now that's a sweet ass. You know what happened when people get banned with a double ban? We hit them with the... Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that people were just Whoa!
I'm everyone.
Wait, who the Kayeb? Come on now. Damn. That easily took me halfway through the fucking goal. This is disgusting, guys. You guys are obliterating this fucking goal. I thought I could set it to something that couldn't be realized. I thought I could set it to something that couldn't be realized, at least not within the context of the stream. You guys have obliterated the goal, and you guys are already like destroying this tip jar and what it's all about already. You guys are just unbelievable all the time. And I always end up having to take off my pants because there's not enough room. You're amazing. And you need to let me know how I can contribute to you guys in a better way. I want to make a dank series, you know? I watch other channels and they do their little video essays and those things take off and they do really well. I'm not really wanting something to take off. I'm not really wanting exposure or, you know, to grow so much. So much as just fill the niche that certain people want. So I want to do something that people want and not just, you know, I don't know. Lexia says, I only have 2 rules. Don't be dumb, and don't type in all caps. Well, yeah, that's part of my spam, you know, overhead. Remember, you guys are mods, so you guys can make some calls, and as long as you're not going Sarah Bishop crazy, then, you know, I'm not going to double down. Amy Versetti, who's coming into her breasts, says hello. She's coming into him. She's got a lot of room to grow. So as we roll up this list, we arrive at number 5. Gangster, y'all. Damn, this is a long one. That's fine. I do it out of love. In college, I and a friend did this for extra cash. One of the houses was huge, so we called in some extra help. In this house, there was a bunch of built-in and antique glassware. The other guy's mother was a realtor and was going to her listing. So she came in with her 2 daughters and started to pack up the glassware since it would probably be sold. She told us to make sure that the daughters, you know why I'm reading funny is because I'm like not angled properly at the damn screen, and it's because I shifted around after looking at that dirty ass fucking place. Let's take another look. Let's take another look at that dirty ass shit. Oh my god. The scary ones for me were, of course, the fridge. That's scariness number 1. The stove. That's scariness number 2. But when you look at the damn ceiling, baby, whoa, son. Whoa, son. You wouldn't be scared to inhale walking in a room and seeing some shit like that on the roof? God damn, baby. Oh my god. Listen, ladies, if you got big titties and you got a place looking like this, I will come over to your house and clean it for free. You can't live like this. It's not right. It's not right. What's wrong with you? You got something mental going on? Jeez. Look, she told us to make sure her daughters, they were maybe 14 or 15, didn't go into the front room. We soon found out why. In this room, the floor, the entire floor, was covered with porn. No furniture, no cabinets, nothing but porn. It was mid-calf deep, just magazine after magazine. When we were throwing it away, we sorted out the magazines that were not damaged or had pages stuck together and put them in a stack in the corner. After we were done, the stack was huge, like up to your shoulder height huge. Then we went upstairs and wow, the entire upstairs consisted of 2 large rooms. One of them had 3 queen-size beds. 3? This house was owned by a brother and sister, and they had some other guy living in there too. You do the math. What? Wait a minute. I don't want to know. This room had clothes everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Mounds of clothes waist high in the corners, racks of clothes against the walls, piles around the bed. It was probably around 4 feet deep. To top it off, when they painted, they couldn't reach all the way to the middle of the ceiling, so they just didn't paint that part. As we cleaned the clothes, we started to discover how high the clothes piles were when the paint... Nigga, what? We discovered how high the clothes were when they painted because, yeah, they didn't move them to paint there either. Jesus Christ. Other things we found in the large upstairs bedroom. A box of pristine Playgirl magazines, a plush caveman doll, complete with oversized massive plush cock. My friend may have called his mother into the room and then chased her down the hall with the thing. A working brand new Nintendo Entertainment System, complete with the light gun. Boxes of nude playing cards, clothes on racks with tags still on them. More porn, so much porn. Seriously, after we found all the porn, it was still more porn. Now, in the basement, there was a pool table and wall-to-wall model cars, the stuff we sold off to a neighbor. In the back was a garage with more porn. Jesus Christ. Also in the foyer, there were 7 refrigerators. 7. I'm just shaking my head at all this. None of them were plugged in. They were just there. Some of them did have food in them, though. In the driveway were 9 cars. It was one of those driveways that started at the street and ran along the house, so to a detached garage on the back of the property accessible from an alley. In one of the cars were the skeletons of dead cats. That one hit me like a damn kid rape one for some reason. Like I straight up looked at the ground for a couple seconds like, okay. The lady fed all the neighborhood strays, and when they died, she put them in the car. That's better. That's better than locking some live cats in the car. Meow, 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 and then they die in there. That's fucked up. Oh, also we found bottles and bottles of partially used hand cream. We found cases. Well, damn, Aaron.
Orange sploosh.
Orange splash wasn't enough. It's orange sploosh now. You know how many little courages are in that little tip jar, guys? Oh my God, we'll look at the end of the stream. Oh, I love you all, Bing Bong. I love you all. We also found bottles and bottles of partially used hand cream. Hand cream. We found cases of the stuff. After the first room, we started to just collect all of them. When we were done there were something like 300 to 400 of these bottles partially used all over the house. What the hell is going on in this house? Also, the lady that lived down the street with her cousin after she got evicted. The cousin came down to warn us the first day that she was crazy, and if she stepped on the property, not to hesitate to call the police. She didn't come on the property, but she did come down with a lawn chair and screamed obscenities at us most days. We felt really bad for her. She obviously needed mental help and wasn't going to get it. And it can't have been easy watching some strangers throw away her whole life, even if it was a crazy fucked up life. All told, we needed 2 full-size dumpsters to empty the place out. When I say dumpster, I mean the kind that comes from a huge truck. Oh my God. It was gross. It was way worse than the one where a friend got covered in a raw sewage because the pipe broke while we were cleaning. Also, it was worse than when we got threatened and confronted by gangbangers. But damn, did we get paid well to deal with all of that? Sometimes literal shit. Couldn't be me, dude. I can't do this eviction cleaning shit. It just seems a bit much. It just seems a bit much. Hope everybody's having a great night, having a good time in the stream. You know I'm here for you and I love you. And remember, you can snap me if ever you feel lonely. Snap guy, yeah. Seriously, I want to see what dumb stuff that you're all about. You know what I mean? Or how big those boobs are. And then I'll tell Hannah. And I'll go, I don't know, Hannah. I don't know. Vanessa's leaving? Is Vanessa even real? Are any of us real? As we roll up to the number 4 on this list, even though we have one after it. Friends of mine got tired of... Well...
It puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hoose again.
The hoose? What are we, Canadian? It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hoose? Are you sure it's lotion and not hand cream? Oh, man. Hand cream. That's good. Lady, instead of Lady Spook, it's Lady Sploosh. He thought long about that one. Well done, fat man. You've done it. Aaron Dix. Hilla Dirty. Lex Anus. You know what I mean? I think I like Lex Anus the best. Aaron Dix is pretty stupid. But Lex Anus. Oh shit, you slapped the fucking microphone, guy. What are you doing? Not the microphone. I slapped the mic stand. Lady Splooge. Ugh, that's even worse. Come on, guys. All right. We arrive at number 4, and it's about that time. Friends of mine got tired of dealing with tenants' bullshit, so they sold their rental property. But one time I helped them clean up after an eviction. There were roaches everywhere. The toilet was plugged, there were turds in the trash, rotten food in the fridge, a pile of crusty socks in the closet, garbage all over the place, all of their filthy furniture left behind, and they'd taken every appliance. I was shocked. One look, and I really didn't want to go in there. I begged off and went and got pizza, beer, and a hand sanitizer for them. When I asked why they didn't hire a cleanup crew, they said it was too expensive to do that all the time. All the time? Yeah. Turns out the place looked like that or close to it every time tenants moved out. People fucking suck. Faith says, don't forget Kyle, Faith G. I don't really get why. What? That doesn't even make sense. He did say Faith G, but what's funny about that? It really breaks my brain to think about. You're Faith F, but why would I Faith G? It just doesn't make any sense. It's just stupid. It's just one letter. That's what pisses me off. I just heard something shift. I heard something shift in the space near me, but there's nothing near me. I heard something shift in the space near me, but there's nothing there. You know? I feel like if I had a dog, it'd be barking its balls off right now. I felt and heard something shift in the space very close to me, but there's nothing there, dude. Let's continue the list, dude. Number 3. Oh God, this is long, but it's also gilded, and I also love you all. Faith G. Yeah, I really almost let that hurt my brain. Faith G. What the fuck? Lexia says, I was thinking Kenny G. Oh my God, look. Number 3. I am a manager of a small apartment complex in the downtown area of Irrelevant City. Irrelevant City. It's like Iridian City or Viridian City. Sorry. I have seen a lot of messed up stuff over the last 3 years, like one of those cat ladies you only hear about in folklore. She died and they had to have animal control take away like 30 cats. I swear to God, I had no idea she had that many. I thought she had like maybe 2 or 3. Anyway, last summer, I had another tenant who was even more fucked in the head. I can only tell you, okay? I can only tell you my half of this story, which I assure you is fucked up enough as it is. So I get a call while I'm at a bar late Friday night from one of my tenants. Apparently they were alarmed at a decaying odor emanating from the unit next to theirs. I knew the guy living in it. He was really old, so my first thought is the guy had died or something, and the smell was his body. Morbid, I know. I was too drunk to drive, so I had a friend give me a ride back to my place. I asked my friend if he wanted to come in to check on the guy, and he basically told me to fuck off and that he didn't want to see a dead body. And I thought, who doesn't want to see a dead body? Alarm bells are ringing, Kyle. You've read this before. I guess he wasn't as drunk as I was. I told him to wait in the car for a few minutes, which he agreed to do. You've read this before, Kyle. Read it for the sake of this stream. They weren't here. They haven't known you for as long as you have. No one has known you for as long as you have. kiss me. Looking back on it, I really should have made... Looking back on it, I really should have made him come with me. So I go up to the guy's door and... Shut up, Kyle.
I'ma come in here and bust a nut on a hoe. I'm 12, I'll do what I want, biatch.
Booty slice. That's... Oh my god. Well, thank you, Booty Slice. I have no idea who that could be, Fat Man. As we continue this story, though, looking back on it, I really shouldn't have made him come with me. So I go up to the guy's door and knock a few times and yell, Mr. Sherman, are you okay? I'm coming in to check on you. That's not his real name, obviously. Of course, I get no response, so I unlock the door and head on in. The smell hits my sinuses like a brick in the face. I've gutted moose before, so I know a bad smell when I smell it. This was, well, it was about the same smell, really. That is to say, it smelled more than enough for me to believe that there was a dead body somewhere in there. Still, I had to make sure before I called the police. I didn't want to call them in on a week-old pot roast or because the refrigerator was left open or something. So I went about exploring the apartment. I went the layout already. Okay. I knew the layout already. Most of the units are the same, so I began to search the apartment room by room whilst holding my t-shirt over my face to keep myself from gagging. The living room, the first room you see when you enter, was surprisingly neat and clean. There was a bunch of books on the coffee table lined up in a neat stack, and the telephone was on the cabinet by the wall where it should be. Then I looked at the corner and reflexively let out a shit and backed up. There was a dog staring at me. It looked like a black terrier, the Scotty kind, and it wasn't growling or anything, so I thought he was just scared. Then started laughing at myself for being afraid of it. It still wasn't moving. I was a little creeped out by how much time had passed and it still wasn't moving. I thought, nah, couldn't be. But sure enough, it was stuffed. Stuffed dog. The dude had stuffed a Scottish terrier in his living room. Weird. I was still in a good mood at this point, had to chuckle to myself over getting afraid of a stuffed dog. I turned to my left and walked into the kitchen/kitchenette. The kitchen was a little bit messy. I could tell someone actually used this part of the apartment. There was just a couple of knives in the sink, and the counter had some crumbs and stuff all over it. I opened the refrigerator up, hoping to God that that was not where the smell was coming from, or hoping to God that that was where the smell was coming from. Nope, the refrigerator was completely empty. It looked like the guy hardly even used the apartment. There were almost no personal belongings in the living room or kitchen except for a couple of plates that came with the place. This weird-ass stuffed dog in the living room, so I went back into the living room and holy shit, the dog had moved. Actually, it didn't. There was a second dog behind the couch, and I hadn't noticed him the first time. Still, it almost gave me a heart attack. This weirdo guy had two stuffed dogs in his living room, both watching in different directions. The second dog was not a terrier, by the way. It was a little Shih Tzu or some long-haired little foo-foo bullshit dog. I don't know what they're called. Needless to say, I was what the fucking pretty hard at this point, and my heart was beating so fast I could hear it in my eyeballs. Oh my god. Anyway, I worked myself up a bit and went down the hallway and checked a closet. Nope, empty. The smell was definitely getting stronger now. Next up was the first bedroom. The smell wasn't so strong in there, so I didn't think I was going to find anything. I should probably point out by now that I had turned on all the lights in the place. I wasn't retarded going around with a flashlight or something. The neighborhood is not so good around here, so I'm always on guard for people jumping out and attacking me at night. So I flick on the light in the bedroom, and it's pretty fucked up. The mattress had been taken off of the bed and the sheets were all torn up. There were a shitload of holes and scratches in the wall, which were at chest level, so they were most likely from punching and or scraping with a knife or something. Most disturbingly, there was a shitload of red stains on the carpet. They looked a lot like wine stains. Remember, I was drunk, so blood was not the first thing to pop into my mind. It actually was blood, and I was an idiot. All I remember thinking at this point is forget about the deposit. This guy is going to get charged out the ass. The whole experience of being in this apartment was starting to get at me though. Every room I went into, I was half expecting to find a body. So I just wanted to find the source of the smell, then get the fuck out of there. So I went into the bathroom and there was a fur carpet in there. Except it wasn't a fur carpet. It was like 20 different little furs, all laid out on the floor. They were mostly brown and black, but there were a couple of white ones. I couldn't tell if they smelled bad, but they definitely were not the main source. I went down the hall to the second bedroom, timidly muttering stuff like, "Mr. Sherman, are you in there?" I started out in a good mood, but after getting startled that hard twice in a row, my adrenaline was going. Shit felt like a horror movie. Anyway, I went into the bedroom and sure enough, there was a dead body. He was lying face down on his bed with knees on the floor and his pants off, ass bare, and pointed straight at the doorway at me. Anyway, I got the fuck out at that point and told my friend in the car what I saw. Of course he didn't believe me until the police I called showed up. I never got to see the worst part. One of the cops told me about it. Apparently, this dude was a veterinarian and had been taking home all of the dead bodies of animals he'd put down. He had made a fetish of skinning them all and just throwing the skinned bodies in the tub in the second bathroom. I guess the first bathroom was too good for that, so that's where he kept most of the furs. The worst of the worst part is that the guy died from a heart attack while jerking it with the intestines of the animals. Apparently, he had made a fetish of using their guts as jerk-off sleeves and just let them pile up in the tub after he was done with them. In the end, the deposit, $500, didn't begin to cover the damage to the apartment, let alone the emotional damage.
Right. I'm done. Less than 3. Most of you moist. Moist. Moist, moist, moist. Moist. Moist, moist, moist. Moist. Moist, moist,
Was that
moist.
50 again?
Moist.
Damn, fat man.
Moist, moist, moist.
Damn it.
Moist.
Damn it.
Moist, moist, moist.
Is it done?
Moist.
Oh my
moist,
God.
Moist, moist.
Is it done?
Moist.
Come on.
Moist, moist, moist.
Come on.
Moist.
Okay.
Moist.
Done. Thank you. The stream recognizes Fat Man for his outstanding service and contribution to the channel. I can't believe it. I'm looking up at that bar at the top of the screen and it's damn near filled, and it just shocks the fuck out of me because, you know, too much more and I'll be able to single-handedly fund that damn computer, and it'll be thanks to viewers like you. The Kyle channel bows, and I gotta give it up to you. You're all I'm about, and I just like to thank you. Me and my dolphin, we love you. And even if you're a woman, you're always gonna be my man. You know what I mean? My man. Damn, Sleepyhead was banned by Faith. What the fuck did she do? What did she do? What did Sleepyhead do? Ooh, I love it. Yes, I love it when there's accidental bannings. That's so cool. Oh, man, I was going to be like, oh, what did they do? At any rate, whatever. So, guys, again, I just thank the hell out of you. Fat Man, you're amazing. You're amazing, man. You guys know I'm going to be able to buy a dank computer. And then not only can we game together, but I'll be able to play Breath of the Wild on the fucking computer. And then I can put mods in it. You know what I'm going to do with those mods? I'm going to be an asshole. What kind of asshole are you going to be, Kyle? I'm going to show you the type of mods I'm going to put. Mods, Breath of the Wild. Multiplayer Breath of the Wild. Oh, bing bong, so juicy. All I know is I saw you could be Woody in Breath of the Wild. But all I want is naked ladies. Let's be real. Big titty lady, Link. Save the world. Oh no, Lady Spook's gotta go. What happened? Lady Spook's gotta go. What happened? Seriously, the stream thanks Fat Man for his outstanding service in the heat of the night. All we can do is pray never to see him on the battlefield. How did you guys feel about that story? A man that was a veterinarian was taking home animals and getting their intestines all over his genitalia as a way of reaching climax, as a way of establishing sexual relief. How do you feel about that? It's pretty insane, the world we live in, isn't it? Insane world. Oh boy. As we arrive at number 2, today I learned I am way better tenant than I thought I was. Wow. Jesus Christ. Number 1, but not really number 1, because there's actually another list after this for me to get through. And I do that because you guys more than deserve it. You guys are so wonderful. Yeah, Fat Man. Anyway, I own 4 rental properties, so I have some experience here. First, let me say I do criminal background screens and credit checks on all tenants, but honestly, it's still a crapshoot. I'm dealing with an eviction.
Moist.
We'll just say extra moist for that ass. I had almost forgotten that horror. That was about 1 billion moists is what it was. And that I don't like that word. None of us do. None of us like the word moist. And earlier it was funny when I was saying it because really, Kyle, excuse me. Forgive me. True Silver Wolf says, "Don't you mean Linkle, Kyle? Is Linkle what they call the girl Link? Why is Lex saying extremely soup? SPN girl, what did she say? That was sick. Well, that's what happens. That's what happens. So, as we go ahead, and let me finish this one so we can get to the other one. I own a 4 rental property. Oh boy. I own 4 rental properties, so I have some experience here. First, let me say that I do criminal background screens and credit checks on all tenants. But honestly, it's still a crapshoot. I'm dealing with an eviction right now on a guy that had a credit score of 750. Dude left behind TVs, old mattresses, piles and piles of clothes in the bathroom. It looked like he just sprayed diarrhea up and down the walls like a skunk. To add insult to injury, the house was broken into this weekend and had all the copper plumbing stolen. Jesus Christ. That noise always scares the shit out of me. Soup is back. Are you really back, Soup? And don't use super chat. Use the stream chat link like Faith is showing you. Man, look at all the stuff he's knocking out of it. Oh, God, don't give Soup the satisfaction of knocking my stuff out of the tip jar. Jeez. Bouncing it all out of there. Jeez. Ugh. Dude left. You know, I get a lot of weird snap messages that are not titties. What's the point of that? What's the point of that? What is the point of non-titty? It's not, I'm kidding. But you guys are weird, and I think you know it. But don't try to be weird, just let it be natural. Anyway, the dude left behind TVs, old mattresses, piles and piles of clothes in the bathroom. It looked like he just sprayed diarrhea up and down the walls like a skunk. To add insult to injury, the house was just broken into this weekend and had all the copper plumbers stolen. Long story short, it's going to cost thousands to bring this property back up to a livable condition, and after walking in on a burglary in progress at a different house, dealing with crazy ass people who literally live like animals, tenants trying to flush any number of things besides shit down the toilets and clogging up the drains, I've decided to sell off my properties. I feel like it's a realization that a lot of people come to, dude. Unless you got people that are reliable enough that you're just going to be dealing with like direct deposits and all kind of stuff like that, where, oh man, it's horrifying. This guy says, I've had the noble idea that I could buy properties in working class neighborhoods, fix them up, and provide quality housing at affordable price, all the while contributing to revitalization of those areas. Boy, was I naive. That's so sad. That's so sad. Guys, we're going to shift this up. This has been, we've been talking about like eviction cleaners. But now what we're going to be dealing with on this following list is just regular cleaners, kind of like maids. What's the most fucked up thing they found? You get what I'm saying? So, I'm thinking I could probably scroll down, but nah, I think it's gonna get weird if I go past 10. And we have done a lot. We've been streaming for about an hour and 44 minutes. Looks like somebody just subscribed. SPN girl hadn't even subscribed before? That dick-licking skank. Man, I bet you she's a B cup at best. You know what I mean? I've seen that name before, and somehow that person hadn't subbed. Oh, maybe she unsubbed and then resubbed just to see if her name would splash up. I don't think she's that smart. No offense. Some people just don't know. But you didn't have to cut me off. Make out like it never happened and that we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger and that feels so rough, balls. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I don't even need that though. Now you're just somebody that unsubscribed and resubscribed just to see your fucking notification. Number 10. I can actually contribute to this one. I was working as a contractor for an apartment rental company as a side gig. I was tasked with removing belongings for a tenant that was being evicted. The door was locked and I was given permission to kick the door in. Felt like such a badass doing that. Nothing could have prepared me for what was hidden within. Ketchup smeared on the walls, garbage and refuse everywhere. It was a mess. I began the work of cleaning and throwing away the garbage. And then I noticed more and more bizarre. My phone just slipped off the arm of the chair I'm sitting on and hit me in the thigh, and it scared me. No. Who is this subscribing? What happened to the little noises I used to have when people would subscribe? Let's deal with it, Streamlabs. Because, you know, even the subscribers need a little noise, even though the majority of them probably aren't going to be here. So what little noise could we give them is the real question. Why are you showing me this? Do I have to maximize it? I gotta maximize it. So we're gonna go to the alert. No, we're gonna go to subscribe. Fuck. All right, alert box. Let's try that. Oh, come on. I'm running a stream here. You're killing me. Subscribers. Okay, so we need a noise. The noise can be something like, what's this noise?
Slap it on some
Nope. How about
Maybe I
this?
should just let this poor flower die.
No.
Bird up. That's a pretty good noise. I'm gonna do the bird up noise from the Eric Andre show. It works. As we continue this story, forgive me for my departure. Well, ketchup smeared on the walls, garbage and refuse everywhere. It was a mess. I began working and cleaning and throwing away garbage, and then I noticed more and more people and bizarre things among the filth. Safety deposit keys, dozens of them, 20 or so empty wallets and wallets with various IDs and cards, numerous social security cards, novelty college degrees, a Nigerian passport, warrants for the arrest for breaking and entering. The list goes on. I was more than disturbed. I reported it to my supervisors, boxed up the things that were not trash, cleaned the room, and left. It was one of the weirdest nights of my life, and I can post pictures this evening, if you like. I cleaned garbage out of the apartment of an evicted Nigerian scam prince. Wow. Stack Cheddar says, Kyle, you already did a made list. You know how many lists I've done that are basically the same? The real question is whether or not I've done this list before. That's the real question. Wait a minute. Well, it's not that bad because it's not that big. So here we are on number 9. Well, I used to be a social parasite and sold a lot of urban pharmaceuticals. Just ran a re-up and had everything out on the table. I mean everything. Pills, powder, herbs, etc. Went out to meet a girl for like 3 minutes when I was supposed to come home. Portion out and clean up before the maid service came the next day. Ended up staying at the girl's house. Came home to all my shit piled up neatly on a clean table in a clean house. Had a rapid heartbeat for a few weeks. Nothing came of it. I left a fat tip for the cleaning lady next month and another one when I moved out like 2 months later. She was a real G for that one. Cause she's a motherfucking PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me, but you can't get $1 out of me. I'm sorry. Where's Regina McDonald and Tiffy Cakes, my resident, my urban hood ethnic specialists? You can't say shit like that, Kyle. Number 8. I was a carpet cleaner for a local company and we did pet urine treatments. Why are you reading it like that, Kyle? I don't know. I guess I'm just in the mood. So we basically got a lot of requests during the summer. Well, we went to these people's apartment because they requested a cleaning and they were going to be evicted. Oh, jeez. So we went and opened the door and the smell of cat urine was so strong, one of my coworkers almost passed out. We took out a black light and the urine shows green. Well, the entire floor was green and there was vomit and shit everywhere. Told those people never to call us again. Jeez. Michael Davis, did you just change your username? Change it back. Fine. You guys are allowed to have your own username that identifies with whatever the fuck you want it to be. But don't expect me to remember who the fuck you are when you change your freaking names all the time. Legendary Fat Man says, I'm ethnic. You gotta be mega ethnic, like super heroic ethnic. You gotta be so ethnic that if you were a superhero, all they would do is recognize you for your ethnicity. It's like extremely obese black man or extremely black obese man. Valentina says, haha, change it back. You see what I'm saying? As we arrive at number 7 on this list, we are really going to just knock these out of the park because we're pretty much done. Believe in yourselves. When I flew to the Philippines to help my girlfriend move in with me in Germany, I helped her gather all of her things and accidentally stumbled into a Converse shoebox full of photos of me, my entire schedule, and literally everything I'd ever told her about myself written down in a little notebook. We're engaged now. I wonder if Hannah has that kind of shit about me. I think she's the only person that would go to such lengths. I don't think anybody else is into Kyle on that kind of level. So, I mean, Kyle, are you into that stuff? Kyle used to say stuff about stalkers and how, like, if the girl was sufficiently attractive enough to the person being stalked, how they are harmless and they can't be considered real stalkers. And it's really a rude thing to say, but, you know, coming from a real nigga, let me ask y'all the question. If y'all dudes were being stalked by a girl that was just fine, I'm talking like 11 out of 10 on your fucking scale, would it be stalking in a way where, oh, I'm scared and all kind of stuff like this? Or would it just be like, hey girl, you stalking, what you gonna do? Let me show you, what would you do if you had the chance? You know what I'm talking about? A shoebox fell into a bowl of sugar. Now that's a sweet box. Who is in the mood for Kyle shit, man? As we roll up through the Kyle show on to number 6, we reach I was a cleaner, shit-covered room from an autistic child being locked in their room. Come on, man. Come on, man. Literally shit on the wall, on the ceiling, and on the floor. It was like a murder scene, but with shit. You know, somebody is tasked with sitting through. I like to think this, guys. I like to think this. I'm uploading more than 2-hour-long videos every fucking night, okay? YouTube is forced to just demonetize my videos because I think they do things where it's like based on how much how much time people devote. My God, brain, you really need a break, huh, brain? Anyway. Based on how much time people devote, I think, You know, that's how you get YouTube's nipples hard, figuratively speaking. Who speaks like you, Kyle? You're so strange. But they're forced basically to demonetize my shit, because even if they knew that basically everything that I'm doing is above board, I'm just really retelling some damn stories, what are they gonna do? Have somebody sit through the entire duration of my 2-hour videos every night? What the hell is this now?
Never put your dick in crazy, Kyle. Never put your dick in crazy.
You got her to read it. You got her to read it, fat man. Damn, look at that tip jar, guys. Oh my god, you guys. The physical representation is scary. Look at all of that. Look at all of the dabbing cottages. It's so cute. I love you all. Looks like Michael Davis changed his name back. Good. Good. I don't know what the hell's coming over all of these people talking about, I'm just going to change my name. I used to be this guy. I'm like, nigga. Who was it? I don't know who it was recently that was telling me how their name used to be some other shit. And I was like, bitch, you got me fucked up. Legendary Fat Man, you know you're my man. You know my man, Fat Man. My man. Lick my ball. All right, so guys, we're going to go ahead and just roll through the last 5 here. I'm proud of you all. I'm glad that you could all be here. I'm charmed by your presence, and I hope that I can deliver something that you guys will really, really enjoy as time progresses. You guys know what's up. So as we roll up this list, let me splash that banner of 30 plus disturbing finds inside homes after evictions. We arrive at number 5. We arrive at number 5. My boyfriend works for a residential window cleaning company. He once was at this man's house, probably in his late 50s, cleaning the windows. He goes into a room upstairs where the door is already open and sees a naked young woman lying in the bed asleep. He rushes out of the room and profusely apologizes, but she never woke up. So he goes into another room floor. Wait. Sorry, I'm just thinking about this naked lady. Anyway, he goes into other second floor rooms to clean the windows and avoids that room as much as possible. Everything else seems normal, so he brushes it off. Shortly after, the man walks in there, picks up the woman, and shoves her a hallway closet. Read what it must mean, Kyle. Everything else seems normal, so he brushes it off. Shortly after, the man walks in there, picks up the woman, and shoves her into a hallway closet. It was a realistic sex doll. Oh, being bongodu. Realistic sex doll. Looks like Hannah's got some competition. I'm kidding. I love the idea that we could make Hannah up to be some sort of Helga Pataki to Kyle as Arnold. That'd be cool. Does anybody want to be my Helga Pataki? Just Snapchat me. Snapchat me. Potential Helga Patakis for Kyle. Snap me. Yeah, that ought to do it. Helga Pataki. Oh boy, I was supposed to be flying through these. I made it. I think I did well pacing wise today, and that's cool. That's good. So as we arrive at number 4, I'm just gonna fly through this, baby. I'm a carpet cleaner. That's what she said. And we were always set to clean. No, we were always set to clean. We are always set to clean an apartment when a resident renews or leaves together. I've seen it all, from blood on a couch after an attempted homicide to years of cat crap because the owner is too much of a crackhead to empty a litter box, but it is responsible enough to feed the damn thing. The most disturbing thing I've ever seen was an apartment I renewed, cleaned at least twice before. The woman who lives there has a room in the back full of young girls' clothes and a K-pop posters, as well as lots of kids' art, drawings, paintings, and the like. While cleaning, I noticed a lot of condom wrappers and a couple of sex toys under the bed. This is nothing new to me, and I turned a professional blind eye as I figure she has an active teenager who lives with her. I try to make small talk with her and bring up the fact that I am a fellow parent. She tells me she's not allowed to have kids or be around them and starts crying. Oh. Wait a minute. I think having the luxury of reading that aloud made it so that I didn't have to comprehend it as well as I could have. I'm just going to keep reading. I don't want to read too much into that. Yeah. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. We're just going to keep going. I think I'm going to go up. I think I'm just going to... That's kid rape, isn't it? I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying not to think about this too much, but this has got to be kid rape. While cleaning, I noticed a lot of condom wrappers with a couple of sex toys under the bed. This is nothing new to me. I turn professional blind eye as I figure she has an active teenager who lives with her. I try to make small talk with her and bring up the fact that I am a fellow parent. She tells me she's not allowed to have kids or be around them. You're not allowed to have kids. What the fuck? Oh my god. No. Look. Number 3. I used to work as a housekeeper for very wealthy clients. We were usually sent to a house in teams of 4 or 5 because the homes we cleaned were massive and needed a team effort. There was this one place with a particularly cunty trophy wife who always loved ordering us around and talking to us like we were lower than dirt. She would always call our boss after we left to complain about the stupid things like a strand of hair she found on her pillows or on a sofa not being in the correct order, and the fact that she would spot dust on things days after we cleaned. Anyway, this one day she asked us to go into her husband's man cave, a small den in the back of the house with just a sofa, coffee table, and a big screen TV. We usually didn't do that room, but this time she asked that we tidy it up and make sure to vacuum under the sofa cushions, and any change or anything we find under the cushions, just leave it out for her on the coffee table. Sometime later, one of my teammates shouts to us all to come see what she found. Under the sofa cushions was a massive treasure trove of porn, specifically black BBW porn. The wife was a petite blonde with fake bolt-on tits. Oh, those are the worst. So it was strange to see that the husband's flavor of porn was so different. Like she requested we left it all neatly arranged on the coffee table for her. That was the last time we cleaned that place. That is nice. That is nice. Oh boy. Legendary Fat Kyle can ban anyone. It's true. I can. Legendary Fat Man says I do it all the time. It happens, Vanessa. What's Vanessa on about? Yeah, I know, but I'm curious about it since I remember one time someone was spamming it, but I think Kyle found it entertaining / liked the person. Vanessa goes on to say, even if they say, who is this Vanessa dude? Because I feel like if I were to just click their name and say go to the channel, it would open up and there would be no liked videos, because this isn't a real person. It's just somebody who made a new account. Hey guys, put more effort into your fucking shit stains. Why are you asking about the nature of banning? Get over yourself. Let me demonstrate it for you right now. How about that? I don't know what you're seeking, but you people just need to be real with yourselves. It's getting on my nerves. Fucking cucks. All you people making fake accounts, what do you seek to gain? Well, as we roll up this list, we arrive at number 2. I was a cleaner when I was younger, but not for homes. I worked in a factory, and the people there thought they were better than me, would often make messes just because they were rude. One day we have broken urinal in one of the men's rooms, so we put some plastic over it and no one would use it. Well, someone thought it would be hilarious to take a shit in that urinal. I just quit. I didn't get paid enough to deal with such rude people. Some adults are more childish than a lot of kids, I know. It's a shame Poem for Your Sprog isn't here to write us a nice poem about a man taking a shit in a urinal. Poo poo pee pee up go down, urinal in shitty town. Oh man. Guys, that was number 2 on the 3rd list that I have read tonight, which means it's about that time for us to call this list quits. I want to thank my delicious patrons for being amazing. They hit me on a monthly basis with that shimmy flizzles that makes my bing bong go wee. Every day you say something stupider, Kyle. Somehow. I want to also thank my amazing sponsors who, Guitar Slinger got his shit cut off. Okay, there you go, Guitar Slinger. Sorry. The tip jar was in Guitar Slinger's way, but we have sorted that. I want to thank you for being sponsors and being amazing. I want to thank everybody for being in the stream chat tonight. I want to thank you guys for being amazing. Because boy, oh boy, we really made it somewhere with that damn bar at the top right of the screen. And I'm sure that maybe within the next couple of days, we'll be able to fill it up. Wow, I believe in us. I believe in you. I believe in Mewtwo, the Pokemon that hopefully will soon be available in Niantic's abortion that they call a video game, Pokemon Go. Boy, did I lose hope with that game. And rightfully so. They running it into the ground. But on top of everybody being here that I love and can't stop thanking, I gotta thank that fat man for his outrageous and unstoppable contributions in the chat, with him even making aliases of other people. My favorite, of course, being Kyle with a B, or of course, who could forget Lex Anus, and Faith G, the mind-boggling, you know what I mean? Come on. Faith G. Jesus Christ. Guys, I love you. And we're going to go ahead and finish this list as we roll up to number 1. Oh, it's kind of sizable. I didn't find it, but I was the one cleaning up the house. Okay. 4 years ago, my brother-in-law died. He had a rare skin disorder called epidermolysis. Epidermolysis. Epidermolysis? This is going to be wrong. It's always wrong.
Epidermolysis.
Epidermolysis was adequate, Kyle. 5 stars. Oh, my bing bong. Well, my brother-in-law had a rare skin disorder called epidermolysis bullosa. Why'd that get cut off so weird? That one got cut off real weird, guys, but I think it was 420. And whenever anybody donates 420, I can't help but hit them with that market balls.
Smoke weed every day.
You know what I mean? I can't help but hit them with that market balls. Vanessa just banned somebody. I trust her. I don't even need to look at it, but that's hot. That's hot. That's a real Vanessa right there. You know what I'm talking about? Not one of your fake ass monkey ball Vanessas. Oh, Lord. Kyle, come on. I didn't find it, but I was the one cleaning up the house. 4 years, my brother-in-law died. Thank you. Thank you once again, Emily Fu. You are incredible. 4 years ago, my brother-in-law died. He had a rare skin disorder called epidermolysis bullosa, which resulted in cancer forming in and around his neck and chin. Jesus Christ. He was doing chemo and radiation, was having constant surgeries to remove tumors that would pop up. The result was his his carotid being exposed through the open wound. He had just gotten back from a round of chemo and was sitting in his chair while my sister was fixing some soup for lunch. He got sick, ran to the bathroom. The resulting pressure caused his carotid to burst. He bled out in the bathroom in my sister's arms. Motherfuckers, goddamn. This is just a list about some crazy shit you found cleaning. What are you guys doing in here? What are you guys doing flying in here with your stories about your family members with cancer and how some shit just ruptured all over the place? What the fuck? Oh my God. By the time we got him to the hospital to be with my sister, he was already obviously pronounced dead. God damn. Well, I took one look at my sister and told my wife that there was no way I was going to let her be the one to clean it. And I certainly didn't want my niece or nephew to find it. My wife and I offered to clean it, and weren't taking no for an answer. We stopped at the store and bought 12 bottles of peroxide, bleach, paper towels, plastic gloves, and garbage bags. It looked like we were cleaning up a murder scene. What we found in the bathroom looked like it as well. Blood was everywhere. The toilet, the shower, the walls, the floors, everywhere. It took about 2 hours to clean it up. We refused to let anyone in until we were done. Somebody says that's a really great thing that you guys did. What else could he do? He said seeing the look on his sister's face was horrible. She had a 1,000-yard stare that you see on men coming back from battlefields and movies. It needed to be done, and I couldn't let anyone else do it. Holy hell. Holy hell. Well, guys. I hope you enjoyed tonight's list. I'm glad that you could be here. I'm glad that you were all hardcore. You really took it to the next level. Really took it to the next level in the damn stream. Emily Foo, Aaron. Well, these are all fake names, thanks to Fat Man, who was really single-handedly responsible for going crazy in the stream again, with nearly probably like another 200 that he donated or something. Because there was a 50 in there, there was another 50. He hit with a 25 one time, then he hit with a 23 another time. That's another 50, baby. Bing bong. You know what I'm talking about? I think I'm pretty much ready to just order the 1080 whatever graphics card, and that's going to be the most expensive part of the computer. And after that, it's just, collecting tiny little things to piece it together. Already got monitors, already got, keyboards and mice. We gonna be ready for me to roll the dice when I take off these pants and head to the bathroom. Guys, love you to death. Oh my God. Is there anything you need from me? What's going on in the stream chat, boys? What's going on? Killer says payday this week, gonna bring some love to Kyle. Oh my God, that would be so hot. Callum Brady, thank you. Hey, it drops the stuff in. That's so cool. I like this tip jar thing a lot. I really like it. It's cute. Do you like the chip jar, or is it just getting in your way? We can sort it out. I cannot believe you guys fucking filled out that fucking bar. Fat Man, you're a psychopath. But I love you. You're making life easy, baby. You're putting life on easy mode. And then I'm gonna be able to roll the savings on to you. That's right. Overwatch is gonna have its boy. If you guys weren't watching that Overwatch stream of me streaming today, you really missed me getting fucking tilted over the fact that I never have teammates because everyone's trash. But when I start playing on the computer, that'll change. Does anybody here want to see more Cuphead? That's the real question. That's the real question. Lexea says he likes the jar. I appreciate him liking the jar. Oh man, I really want you guys to have a great day tomorrow, or even today if it's the beginning of your day, for you guys to get some energizing rest, to wake up rejuvenated. Tina Fey was handing out free cheese fries in New York today. She is such a cool bitch. God, Tina Fey's like the fucking best woman alive. It's ridiculous. Oh man. So, I mean, oh boy. Fat man, what the hell?
Slap it on some schwans.
Slap it on some schwans. So you remember schwans, huh? Damn. Killer said 270. Kyle Clan making it rain today. How can he know how much it is? Damn. Slap it on some schwans. Slap it on some schwans. Seriously, man. You guys are lucky I can't get away with shit like looking through fat people. Fat people die. Ooh, that's a different thing. I'm so sorry. I meant watch people die. I had a Freudian slip. Fucking Overwatch. No, Overwatch. God, shut up, Kyle. You're on Overwatch right now. Get out of here. Get out of here. Reddit used to have this subreddit called Fat People Hate, and it was one of the first subreddits to be officially banned, you know? And, you know, people believe that's a violation of free speech and all kind of stuff like that. I mean, we have Watch People Die, and that's pretty dank. Watch People Die is pretty dank. We can't just be going on that page. But, you know, we can go on instead. We can go on Street Fights, y'all. That's a fine subreddit. Nothing crazy going on there. Nothing crazy at all. A warehouse whooping. Okay. Why y'all fighting in the warehouse, boys? Come on now. Did he just hit him with a back kick? Yeah. You better get off, Mike. You done? Oh! Ooh, okay. Well. I'm sorry. I told you to stop. I kind of just want to see. I kind of just want to see though. I told you to stop.
Stop. Oh my god. Oh! I told him to stop. Oh, you did. Oh shit. Slapped him.
Bitch, you just got knocked the fuck out. All right, bitch. I'm sorry. I'll reel that back in. Here's hoping that everybody has a wonderful night. You guys deserve it. And here I am. Here I am. Here I go again on my own. Oh yeah. Guys, I love you. And you'll see me again soon. Wow. I'm thinking about recording some kind of like try hard video. I should ask Faith what the kids are into these days. Hey Faith, really quick before I go, what's something that the kids would be into if I were to make a video of? Are you serious?
Moist, 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 moist.
That's gotta be
moist.
it. There it is. That's gotta be it. Listen to me. I am very shocked. I am honestly shocked that within this stream, $290 was made. What the fuck? You know what really scares me is that I feel I am forced to try to establish the expansion of this channel because I do not want you guys spending so much. I am humbled. I am appreciative. I love you. And you know it's going to be coming back to you. Your contributions here. But what I want is for it to be so many of you here that you can literally just throw $1 or $2 and it'll all add up. As opposed to Fat Man just going, guess what, motherfuckers? You know what I mean? I feel freaking crazy. $290? Ooh, somebody named Violet Mercedes rolled in here and was like, boop, and got instantly banned by Faith. She said no. That was one word. One of the last words she'll ever speak in the Kyle stream tonight. God damn. Like say it says, we are fine, guy. I don't know what to do. I gotta do something. I gotta do something that's gonna appeal. But I don't want it to be TIFUs, man. Here's the real question. Would you guys have a problem with me reading, I think it's called I Don't Work Here Lady stories? And doing them about as often as I did the fucking, and doing them as often as I did the TIFUs. You feel me? I'm probably going to try to make it a term. Till I get banned there as well.
Mooist.
Mooist. That's $300 fucking dollars. God damn it. Well done, stream. I feel terrible. I love you all. I love you. I'll do 3 things tomorrow. I'll do 3 videos tomorrow, okay? So look out for the videos, okay? I'm going to sort out 3 videos tomorrow, whatever they may be. I really got to give back here. This is scary. And I'm scared now. So, oh boy. Legendary Fat Man says he needs a smoke. Man, oh boy. Ugh. I love you guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woo, I've got to find a Fat Man equal is what I need. Fat Man, Fat Man, I want to thank you exclusively again, of course, for single-handedly, as usual, putting Kyle in the splash zone. Okay. Kyle, get wet, is what that says up there. I didn't expect to get there, let alone in a freaking day, but that's where we are. And because that's where we are, I'm going to have to make it clear what me getting wet is, dude. And y'all are going to get some videos tomorrow because you deserve it. And maybe that means I don't get sleep, but maybe that means you guys deserve it. So, you guys may have remembered a while back I showed a song that I never ended up editing because I'm a nightmare, but I'm going so that you'll be able to hear it. If you don't remember what song that was, it was basically the one that started off like this. Hello, Chosen Kyle again, trying to hit you with the rhythm every now and then. So, I'm going to edit a video with that. Whew. And we're going to get somewhere. You have utterly shocked the hell out of me, Fat Man. And everybody with your contribution, you know I love you. Holy crap. Thank you again, that single bing bong anomicron. I feel like my butthole is tingly. Thank you, Callum Brady. Thank you, Emily Fu. Lady Sploosh, dude. lady sploosh, dude. You know what I mean? Oh my god. Well, guys, you'll see me real soon. Thanks again, everybody. Banal Vulgarian, Hatta, Lexeus, Eddie's Wiki, Kevin. Oh my god. Jiggle Wiggles as well. Jiggle Wiggles. And Fat Man. A new sponsor now. Ooh, I need to end this stream. You're scaring me. Josh, well done. We welcome you as a ooh boy, you're making me I'm getting kind of hot now. I am getting kind of hot. So I'm going to work. I love that. It dropped a single sponsor coin in there. I love it. I like this thing. This thing's cool. I like this thing. It's so interactive, okay? But again, it wouldn't be anything without you guys, so thank you again. But like I said, I've got to get to work. I love you all. Expect 3 videos tomorrow. Thank Fat Man for him pretty much exclusively. He's the one who's, making all this shit happen. I'm going to get to editing, and I'm also going to use the bathroom. So think of me lovingly, as you know that's what I'm going to do. I love you all. It's been a healthy 2.5 hour stream, but hey, I'd do this every freaking night for you guys. I love you. And I guess if it's up to you guys, try to keep it moist. Try to keep it moist. Damn. Good night.